I've always had different philosophies on wrestling. I've always had philosophies on whether or not people should be allowed in the business, whether or not people shouldn't be allowed in the business. I've heard this thing time and time again, and I've had my opinions on it. And you know what, the business in this province, I've never been. There's aspects of it that are good, and then there's aspects of it that are absolutely horrible. And I'm not going to get into it, but there's a lot of guys that have been not getting a push that they deserve, and then there's guys that get the push that don't deserve it just because of based on looks, not by wrestling technique. There's a guy that's in this province, and I'm not going to mention his name or anything else like that, but he's like, if you're not built, if you're not all that muscular, if you're not like Hulk Hogan looking, then you got no business to be around here and everything else like that. But wrestling to me is all about heart. It's not about the size of you. I mean, listen, there's a lot of guys that are in this province right now that they're not big. They're not muscular. I mean, guys like Scott Gotch, guys like Tony King, guys like Quentin Barboni. I mean, me and him had our problems, but I tell you what, right now he had to be one of the greatest technical guys that was in the province. Psycho Mitch, he's lost a lot of weight, and he's got a great attitude about the business, and he's always been on time. And he's finally getting a push. I think now he lost a bit of weight. He's looking great. I mean, Scott and Buck Gotch. I mean, the look that they have for their gimmick, totally good. I mean, Buck is a big guy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but the thing is, he has the heart for the business, and I've always respected him about that. Do you want this ideology that people need to be ripped like paper to be good in the wrestling business? I mean, I've never been a fan of that. I mean, take a look at Kevin Owens in NXT. The guy does not. I mean, the guy is not the Ultimate Warrior. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's just a guy that's good at what he does because he practices and he doesn't listen to the fact that he's fat, he's skinny, he's big, he's short, or whatever the case may be. The fact is, if you've got the heart to be in the business, you've got my respect. Now, whether or not your attitude sucks, that's totally a different thing. But the fact is, you don't need to be like totally muscular or everything else like that. And then there's been a lot of big guys in the business. Sailor White was not Hulk Hogan by any means stretch of the word. But the fact is that he had the heart to be in the business, that he wanted to be in the business, and that he trained to be in the business. To me, heart is a lot more than muscle.